This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Wendell Edwards, and we are on top of several stories this Monday morning at 7 o'clock. Vaccination clinics are popping up all over the state as local communities are working hard to fight the rise in COVID-19 cases, especially the Delta variant. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aaron Edwards explains where you can find a McDonald's vaccination clinic today.
The North District Health Department is partnering with McDonald's to host a pop-up clinic. Residents can choose between the Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And in Meriden, the Department of Health and Human Services partnered with Community Health Center to hold pop-up clinics at schools across the city. Today, Maloney High School will be holding a clinic from 11 to 2. These clinics come as COVID cases increase across the state and the country. Right now, all 50 states are reporting an increase in COVID cases. And doctors say the majority of those getting the virus are people who haven't been vaccinated.
Our hospitals are filling up with unvaccinated patients who are sick and much younger than the patients that we saw just a couple of months ago.
With the rise in cases, Dr. Anthony Fauci says health experts are now discussing if mask guidelines should be reinstated. And the CDC is currently reconsidering its stance on masks.
Aaron Edwards, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Happening later today, more people will be able to make use of the trains and rail line between Hartford and New Haven. For the first time since the beginning of the pandemic, March 2020, the 7 daily trips on Connecticut's Hartford rail line will be running through Meriden at full service. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Christian Colon tells us about this latest change.
After more than a year, the trains are back, this time through Meriden, where the 7 daily trips on Connecticut's Hartford rail line will be running on time. A big move for the state as things are trying to get more like it was pre-pandemic. Now there will be about 12 trains a day between New Haven and Hartford, and 9 of those trains continuing to Springfield. And if you're heading south, you can also connect to the Big Apple.
Christian Colon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Police are investigating a shooting that caused a 19-year-old man to end up in the hospital. They say this happened around 4:19 p.m. in the afternoon yesterday as a man was taken to a private car in the hospital, a Hartford hospital. This happened in Hartford. We're working to get you more information, including where the shooting took place in Hartford. If you know anything, please call the Hartford Police Department. In Waterbury, police continue its investigation for a homicide near East Farm and Orange Street. Police went to the area Saturday night after hearing that 2 victims were shot in the roadway around 8 p.m. One victim was shot in the head, the other taken to the hospital. The victim, 37-year-old man, died later that day at the hospital. Detectives are asking anyone who has any details to call the Waterbury Police Department.
All right, good morning, everybody. The time is now 7:03 this morning. Lauren Richardson here filling in for Scott. Hope everybody's having a great start, but it's definitely a very foggy start still on a lot of our cameras outside. Here's a live look in New London. It's 69 degrees, but yeah, you can't see any of that water in the background due to that fog. And here's also a kind of calm look over Old Saybrook this morning. But yes, you can see that fog in the distance today. We are also expecting the potential for some hazy skies and even a little bit of smoky skies as that jet stream filters in some of that air once again from the western wildfires. So we'll be keeping you updated, but visibility very poor in Hartford, in Groton, in Windsor Locks, in Willimantic, across our state. Besides that, some areas not looking too bad now, like Waterbury and Bridgeport. That fog is slowly starting to burn off, and it is going to be hotter out there today than yesterday, that's for sure, with temperatures nearing and at 90 degrees. So we do see some cloud cover this morning. I do think a lot of that cloud cover is going to break away to some sun as we head through this late morning and the early afternoon. However, we do have the chance of some storms for tomorrow as a cold front approaches us. So we will see if that system breaks apart or stays intact, and we could be seeing some isolated storms and some showers throughout the late evening. Also unsettled weather. That's what we're expecting for Thursday, but temperatures, you can see right now we are in the mid 70s already in some spots like New Haven. 71 in Windsor Locks, 67 in Hartford. It's still feeling very muggy out there. Look at these dew points, 72 in New Haven and Chester. That's oppressive right now and very muggy as well in that southeast corner of our state. So definitely a hot and humid feel for today, but that humidity is going to get better as we head towards this afternoon. Those wind speeds are calm out there, no major issues. 90 is our forecast high for today, 90 in Bridgeport, 84 in New London. That's our cool spot. Our normal high temperature temperature. Actually, for this date, for July 26th, is 85 degrees, so we are above that for today. Those forecast lows for tonight, mostly clear conditions and a calm wind in the forecast. And the dew points also are going to show us a little bit of a flip-flop. So you could see today it's muggy. We start off muggy, and then we get into the pleasant category as we head towards this afternoon. And then for Tuesday, it's going to feel pretty nice. Might start to feel a little bit muggy heading in towards Wednesday. Wednesday, pleasant. Thursday, that humidity really does return. The weekend, though, looking much better. All right, let's check in on those dew points. You can see as we head towards this afternoon. We're back in the 50s, pleasant conditions for a lot of our state. That cooler air filters in. And then for tonight, we might be a little bit muggy along the shoreline. But besides that, tomorrow is looking like a better day as far as humidity goes. But precipitation-wise, again, we do have that chance of seeing some storms. Looks more like later in the evening at this point, but 91 degrees, so a little tad warmer for tomorrow. Wednesday, we've got a mix of sun and clouds. Thursday, another chance for some unsettled weather. Humidity returns. And then for the weekend, right now, we are forecasting dry conditions, looking good on Friday. There could be a shower on Saturday, but for the most part, it seems like we stay pretty dry, 83 degrees, and Sunday 86 as well. And we'll be keeping you updated, of course, on that weekend forecast.
Thank you, Lauren. A House Congressional Committee that will investigate the January 6th attack of the U.S. Capitol begins Tuesday. So this morning, Republican Illinois Representative Adam Kinzinger will join that committee after Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi invited him. She rejected two other Republicans recommended by House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, forcing him to pull off 5 names that he submitted. Representative McCarthy also said the GOP will not participate in that process, but rather will conduct its own investigation, focusing on a lack of security. Wildfires are raging throughout the West Coast, and the Dixie Fire is one that is packing the most punch this morning. This is California's largest wildfire. Crews have been working through the hazy smoke as they've removed fallen trees from the road. They are now entering their 13th day in fighting this fire. The flames have destroyed over 190,000 acres and more than 10,000 buildings and structures. We thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Thanks for being here. Have a great Monday.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Watch us live wherever you are on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.